Hello, my name's Jeremy Gray and welcome to your International Business channel. On this channel, I share with you what I have learned starting businesses in diverse economies around the globe. I'll also share with you quick tips that will help you avoid some of the mistakes that I made. Today, why consider expanding overseas, and is your company ready? If you're considering expanding overseas, the drivers are likely to be firstly reactive. You've saturated your home market and there's little opportunity to continue the growth rates that you've enjoyed in the past. Or a competitor from another country has entered your market and you want to disrupt them in their market. Maybe it's opportunistic. You see an opportunity to grow overseas. Maybe an existing customer is expanding into a new market and they ask you to support them by setting up in that market. Or a potential customer from overseas contacts you about supplying them, or even suggesting a joint venture. Finally, there are proactive reasons for expansion. You have a clear vision of the benefits of overseas expansion and you want those benefits for your business. In this video, I will focus on reactive and opportunistic drivers and the potential risks, especially of opportunistic expansion. In my next video, I will focus on how to maximize the benefits of proactive expansion. Let's start with market saturation. Growth is slowing and you see growth opportunities by expanding overseas. You might argue that this is being proactive, and it could be if you see the benefits beyond just growing sales and potentially increasing profits. But before you embark on your overseas adventure, it's crucial that you assess yourself, your company, and your employees. This self-assessment will ensure that you're fully prepared and confident to enter a foreign market. Starting with you, the leader of your company. How good are you at delegating? Do you tend to dive into the weeds? This is a polite way of saying, are you a micromanager? Trying to manage all aspects of your business and your international expansion while maintaining the same level of oversight that you have of your home business will undoubtedly lead to failure. You must either delegate the necessary authority to your home team to manage the business or trust your international team to lead the project. You cannot do both. If you try, you'll be acting part-time at home and part-time overseas. As a manager I used to work for would say, part-time effort leads to part-time results. What about your team? Are they comfortable working abroad? Look at the holidays they take. Do they go overseas? And I don't mean 2 weeks at an all-inclusive resort. Do they travel independently? Do they take local transport? Do they try different experiences? If they do, they may have the potential to lead your project. Or are they clearly uncomfortable once they leave their homelands? I have worked with far too many executives who took on international assignments for the glamour, but were clearly unsuited for the role. Folks who knew where every international F&B franchise was in the city they visited, who would never eat at a street restaurant, and who would not venture beyond their hotel unless accompanied. Finally, your company. Does it have the financial means to fund your expansion, which will take longer and cost more than you think? What happens if there's a downturn in your home market? Could you continue your overseas growth plans if home sales decline by, say, 5%? If you want to know more about your company's readiness for expansion and a lot more about growing overseas, please go to my3cc.com/resources to learn more. What about that competitor from another country that's attacking your home market? It's tempting to respond in kind, enter their market, teach them a lesson. Offense is the best form of defense. I've seen this reaction considered as a response to a new competitor, but I've rarely seen it implemented. The time and money you will spend following this tactic will be much better spent in your home market. However, there is a low-cost disruptive tactic that you can use. Identify that competitor's base customers. Contact those customers, offering to supply them from your home base. Offer competitive pricing or favorable terms, or both. That action may give the interloper pause to reconsider their plans. Finally, for this video, what about opportunistic expansion, where an existing customer announces they're studying overseas and asks you to support them by setting up your company in their new market, or where there is that potential for a large contract in a country where you don't yet have a presence. These opportunities can be tempting, and I'm not saying they cannot be successful, but I would say I've never seen an opportunistic expansion come close to meeting the anticipated goals. And because it's hard for most people to admit that they made a mistake, such operations tend to go on for years after they should have been shut down, as time and time again we try to prove that we made the right decision. Pursue opportunistic expansion with care and a great deal of research. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. This will motivate me to keep producing more. I wish you fair winds and following seas for your international venture.